What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels, back more Diecast, and for today's throwback post, we're going to be covering a few vehicles from the Monster Garage TV show series. So, these cars came out in 2004, the series itself, I believe, came out in 2002 and ran to about 2006. It was hosted by famous bike builder and fabricator Jesse James, and the show was one of the builder type shows. It was a competition show. Back in the early 2000s, like all these weird car building shows popped off. Monster Garage, Pimp My Ride, Orange County Choppers. It was all about fabrication and building, but this is one of the more entertaining and interesting shows that even if you didn't have a in cars, that you kind of got a kick out of it because of the crazy stuff they did to it. So the whole premise of the show was to take two teams, and they had a week and a very small budget, and this tells you how long ago it was because the budget for the whole build was $3,000 in the first season. $3,000 now would not even buy you a set of wheels. I mean, that's just insane to me. It shows you how much prices have gone up over the years, but they had the very small budget in a week, and to build a vehicle that looked stockish, but then had a monster influence to it. It turned into something else. It was these cars that looked normal, and then they are almost not evil, but a transformer that turned into something else you would never really expect, like a Firetruck Limo or a bus that was actually a boat. So I remember watching it as a kid. It was very interesting. It was fun to watch. It was a little dramatized. If I remember right, at the end of the show, if it didn't work or if they didn't like it, they blew the car up or crushed it with a tank or shot huge machine guns at it or something. It was very entertaining. So I didn't realize it lasted for 4 years. I just remember a few of them, and actually I remember this one and this one especially. And there was a few other ones. In this line, I believe there are 6 total cars. I don't think they actually show which one. I know there's a Mustang, a tree shaking F-150, and something else, I believe. So I found all these at a toy show, and I did a little short on them, and people seem to enjoy it. And I'm really looking forward to open these because they have some unique things that no other diecast have that I've seen. This has some strings on it that moves the pontoons up and down, so that'll be really fun to open. But I also have this 2006 West Coast Choppers Skunk Works gun truck. So I don't really remember this one. This one might have just been on the a West Coast Choppers TV show, because I think Jesse James had a few back then. But this one looked really interesting, and I love castings like this that are one-off because we don't see a ton of those now. We see a lot of duplication, especially if you collect heavy Mattel. It'll be one Supra is the Fast and the Furious Supra. It's a Falcon Drift Supra, it's everything. But these are so specific. These castings are nothing else. This is just the trash truck. And I love castings like that because they're so unique, and then they're not duplicated. So you're not going to have another one of these somewhere. You're not going to have another one. This is a specific car, a one of one, which is awesome. So it makes your collection more unique. I think it stands out more along with a lot of the other retail stuff. And it was cool that they just sold these at the store. So I think I remember seeing these at Walmart or Meijer or something back in the day. I don't know how much they were originally. My guess is definitely under $10. I got them each for, I think, $6 or $7 at a local toy show. I think I paid $20 for all of this. I can't remember. But they were very affordable enough to where I picked all of them up. So I'm very excited about opening these. I hope you guys like them. Let me know in the comments below if you watch this show or remember this show, or if this is spawning you to go watch it, because I'm sure I haven't seen it legitimately since it was on TV, on Discovery Channel back in the day. So it could be absolutely terrible. It could be garbage, but I remember it being cool with all the different vehicle stuff. So we'll go ahead and look at each, and then we will bust them open. So the first one is the trash truck. So this was a Ford Explorer, I believe. At least that's what it kind of looks like. Explorer or a Expedition maybe. That had an arm that popped out that grabbed trash cans. You can kind of see on the back here. So that does look like probably an Expedition, right? I don't know. It just says inconspicuous SUV. I don't know if they actually used branding on them. But they do give you a unique card art on the back that tells you each one with screenshots on the show, which is cool because some of these actually are kind of hard to find information about. So we'll kind of just look at the package. There you can see like it gives a bunch of detail, and there's a lot of color on this package. A lot of stuff going on. I actually like the art. It's very early 2000s, as you can tell. But I found it interesting when I flipped it over. It's made by Funline, which is obviously the Muscle Machines brand because it's branded as that. So this is the same company that made Muscle Machines in the early 2000s. It's Funline, and which is actually an Action company. And I know Action because I buy a lot of their old NASCARs. I don't think either company exists anymore. I think Action got absorbed. Funline, I don't think exists anymore, or they were bought when Mastio bought the Muscle Machines license. So while Muscle Machines exists anymore, these castings and this like brand itself does not exist anymore. So it's cool to buy like a piece of die casting history because it was a very interesting time in diecast. There was a lot of good stuff, interesting, oddball stuff coming out. So next up we have the Firetruck Limo, which is a Lincoln, I think it's a town car, that was turned into a fire truck. And this one probably has the most moving parts. Like everything pops open. Like let's see if there's pictures on the back. So there you can see that's Jesse James using the the hose that pops out of the top to looks like a fire testing center, like that firefighter used to use to test on. There you can kind of see the limo in the back, but it's cool. So yeah, 96 Lincoln Town Car. So that one, they actually used the name of the vehicle. So that one will be fun to open. And lastly, this one I'm really looking forward to because this is actually one of the nicer castings of a probably mid to late 80s Ford bus that no one has really made yet except for this one. But as you can see, this like has string in it, and these fold down, and it's a pontoon. Really cool picture. I really like that they included that. So there's a little bit, of everyone working on it. Tells you a little bit about it. Tells you all the detail here. But this one's really cool. So I'm looking forward to opening all these. And we're also open this one too. The Skunk Works truck, the little Hummer or Humvee, whatever you want to call it. Because it looks like it has a lot of detail. Again, wheels. I love when a company does this and makes like unique wheels for a single car. All of these have different wheels on it, and they were supposed to duplicate what was actually on them in the show, which I really, really appreciate because not enough brands, or at least Mattel, doesn't really do that anymore. Even some of the other brands, like I opened up some of the the majorette cars, they have like a family brand of wheels. They just kind of stick on everything, but it's really cool to see cars with dedicated wheels. I hope everyone else appreciates that too, because I really enjoy those. So, all right, after 20 years in the package, let's go ahead and bust these open. So I hope these are cool. I hope they're not ruined because they've been in the package for so long. It's going to be interesting seeing this. Like, I have no idea what that white stuff is. Whoop. All right. Okay. It's looking okay so far, I think. Got a lot of dust on it. All right, so it looks like at one point it had some like maybe rubber bands or something around it, but there is the little action for the door and the trash arm that comes out. Let's see how these are put on. So these are put on with screws. So let me unscrew this. I got my little handy screwdriver right here. Okay, I was able to get that off the base. It took a while, but the base is like coated. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to put the base over here and we'll take a look at this thing. So it definitely looks like an Explorer to me. It has the like first gen like Jurassic Park front end to me. It looks like, at least. But the back, I'm getting Expedition taillights. I don't know. They kind of look like Explorer as well. So I think it's an Explorer, but it looks like the casting is actually okay. The wheels are pretty nice. They roll okay. They don't have a loud squeak or anything to them. It does have like nice custom wheels. The paint is very high quality. I will say that. The paint looks very nice. The casting itself looks odd though. If this was an Expedition or an Explorer, it should be just a touch longer. So I don't know if it was cut for the show or what, but it just looks a little off proportion-wise. But here is the moving part. So this is plastic, and it's got a little door, and this arm articulates up and down, which is rad. I like that, but I'm just not sure, looking at it, how you get the arm back in there. So does this move? Let me see if I can like move it over. Can I like push it down in there? Let me see. Again, I don't want to break it. There it goes. So I guess you just push it farther. It's not a very good action, which I don't know that speaks well for the rest of these. But the door fitment isn't good. But again, it's plastic and it was in a package for 20 years. So I wouldn't judge that fitment too hard, but at least the door actually does go down. So then you open it back up and then you pop the arm out. So I'm 50-50 on this one. I'm impressed with the quality because the seats and the interior and the other detail are nice. Like even the moving part detail is nice. The paint looks good. I'm just a little perplexed about how that fitment actually works. So maybe that's it. Does that fit a little better? Probably not. Probably fits about the same. So, okay, well, that was the first one. It rolls okay. Oh, there's the squeak we're looking for. Squeak, 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 squeak. That premium squeak. So that one, a little odd. I'm really hoping better things for the next two, but now I'm nervous because I think that might be the quality of all of these. So again, these have been in the package for 20 years. I've never opened these. Like I don't have these. I don't have them previously. I didn't have them when they're new. So I'm kind of opening up. I mean, I am opening them up the same time as you and seeing all the details. So let's see this one. Okay, the Firetruck Limo. Let's see if this has that gross, like it does. It has that same kind of like dust moldy stuff on it. I'm not sure what that is. This thing looks awesome. Looks like it has a lot of moving parts. So this one also has the little screw. Let's see if I can do this one a little bit better. Man, these are really in there. Okay. Gross. I don't know what that like moldy stuff is on there. The dangers of 20-year-old diecast. So, okay, so this one also had a rubber band on it at some point. Kind of see some remnants of it. Just want to get that off there. But this is pretty cool. So these are metal bodies, plastic chassis. I know I didn't talk about that in the last one, but like, look at the, like, just kind of like the grime on it for being in a package for 20 years. Lincoln Town Car. Decent tampos, though. Like, look at that. It's got the spoiler out back. Oh, nice. It's got a detailed chassis. Like, it does have a screw base, which is interesting. It has 4 screws. I don't know if I've ever seen 4 different screws on a base. It's kind of wild. I like the tire, though. That looks pretty realistic. So this one, it says, I think this goes down. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So there the little hose is up. So then we go like this and close it. And it just looks like a sunroof. That is pretty nice fitment. So this flips over, right? And it goes just to like another sunroof. So you can't really tell there. And then this one, what pulls out of here? I guess that's it. So not too bad. So other than it looking like a red limo, I don't know if I would be able to tell it was a Firetruck, which was kind of the point. It does have the nice Continental limo wheels on it too. This one seems a little bit more fragile. You just got to be careful with these plastic parts. But at least the movements on this one worked a little better. Because I'm not exactly sure how to get that back open now. Let's see. I know this one, you just kind of pop up. And there that little hose comes out, which is a cool design. I like that. You can see the pump and the engine and stuff for the sprayer is in there too. It's blue. It looks cool. And if we do this, it flips over. We have the light bar right there. And the movements are pretty smooth. I'm not mad about the movements. It's got the little clear light bar there. This one, I'm not sure. Because there's no way to really like pop it out. I guess you just press it at the bottom. I don't know. How do you open this? So here it just kind of goes, it just, you know, tilts out. But that looks like the hose. Oh, the hose connections where you actually put the hoses. At least that's what it seems to be. But this one's kind of cool. This is kind of ingenious right here. How that has a mechanism in it that pulls the, like the hose squirter down, the nozzle. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of little like even just the flip over lights I kind of like. You could put that on undercover cars right now. But this one I'll definitely have to wipe off because there's some like kind of like I said, grime or something on it. But as a casting, that's pretty cool. That's definitely the better one so far of all three. But that's nice. I like that. See, that would make me want to buy the rest of them. The Explorer, not so much, but this one's pretty cool. They did a good job on this one. I don't know if it's 1/64 scale. They say it is, but if in real life, if it was, I don't know. To me, it's not as wide as it should be, probably. So it would be a Continental with an extra door set. So if you cover this up, is that as big as a normal Lincoln? I don't know. I'm not sure. So I think the scale might be a little small on this one, but it's cool nonetheless. Let's roll it. Well, it actually rolls quite nicely, too. Not too bad. Okay, we're 1 for 1. One bad one, one good one so far. So we'll see how the school bus pans out. This is the one I'm most nervous about and most excited to because of the strings on it. I've never really seen a diecast that has any like string or rope on it. All right, let's see here. All right, so this one's got a little bit less dust on it, which is good, but that Ford, that like Econoline Ford look is awesome. So is this all metal? This is metal. All right, let's see how this works. Interesting. Okay. All right, let me pull this one off. How's this one? Okay, this one's got two. It's got the little wire tie. I believe the thing on the front is just another float. Like I said, I do remember this episode. Let me see if I can get this one off while we're on camera. Okay, so I just busted that one loose. All right, let's look at this thing. This thing is heavy. It's probably one of the heaviest diecasts I've opened. Man, that looks cool though. Our church van growing up was that style Ford van, so that brings back a lot of memories there. Okay, let's look at the chassis. Look at that. It's even got like the little propeller drive shaft off the bottom. That is super cool. Like there's a lot of details on these cars. They did a good job designing them. Again, really nice tread wear or like tread design on the tires. Got those big 5-spoke chrome wheels. Now, that might look goofy, like the art on the side, but that's how it was in the actual episode. They have like little cartoon figures painted on there. See a little bit of scratching on the joints there. But look at that. Man, that looks crazy looking. Okay. So then I guess they just come down, right? So the pontoons go down right here with string. I mean, it's such a weird design. Look at that. That is so crazy. Does it come all the way down? It does. Look at that. I don't want to break it. That is so crazy. Look at that. So there is strings or a series of like pulleys on the inside of this that are keeping those strings in place. That is kind of cool. Look at that. Look how unique that is. I know there's not a ton of detail, but I don't think there was a ton of detail on the actual show. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really show a lot of anything on there, but it's got a little roof. You can see the driver's seat, good dashboard detail. This is cool. I know it's not like, it doesn't have a ton of function, but the fact that it actually like has ropes or like a little string on it to hold those pontoons so you can actually drive it, and it has the propeller below. I mean, they did a good job on this. This is super rad. I would love to see more stuff like this nowadays. That is cool. Okay, so how? I guess you go like this and push them back and it's supposed to go back in. So I don't know if this side is going all the way back in. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, they're having a little bit of trouble like detracting. But overall, let's see, probably when this was new, it would have worked a little better, but they've been like strung out, opening in the package for 20 years now. So I won't hold that against it, but this is super cool. This is one that people will see this in your collection and be like, what is that? I'd be like, oh, it's a boat. It's a bus boat. Like, that's so cool. I love that it has that like monster element of a hidden boat within it. But I love that little, I know it's a small detail, but the fact they put the propeller on the bottom, like the little prop, is so cool. Oh, and it spins. Look at that. That is so cool. That might be the first like spinning drive shaft or prop shaft I've actually seen on a diecast, on a 1/64 diecast that has a rotating prop or drive shaft. That is so cool. Yeah, you can see right there, it looks like where it had some rubber bands on it at 1.2 probably. It's a little paint sketchiness going on. But again, this is 20 years old. It's been in the package. It's been flopping around in the package because of the string and stuff. The fact that it even works and still goes together and has this like working propeller on the bottom, very cool. I think this one is probably my favorite just because I love the bus design on it. I think they did a good job with the Ford casting in general. But the fact that it has things I've never seen on a diecast, like a rope system or a string system inside, that is awesome. All right, let's see how it rolls here. And it rolls very nicely. That is awesome. It's so heavy. That is incredibly heavy. Man, that's awesome. Okay, so this one is definitely probably my favorite. I do like the Firetruck Limo. I think this has good detail too and a lot of hidden parts. But this one, I mean, how do you top this? The rope, everything else, I just think they did a stellar job designing this. And it actually looks good still. You know, it's not just like a piece of junk. This one, I don't know. This one, maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. I don't know if it's like just mine and stuck in there. But after 20 years, this one is the little rough for wear right here. But overall, I'm sure when it was brand new, it was probably designed to work a little better. So again, you kind of got to take the 20-year-old diecast life with its peaks and valleys there. So overall, these are cool. I'm glad I opened them. I definitely need to like go wipe them off a little bit because they're a little bit dirty, but these are going to make a cool spot in my collection. Like, they'll have a cool home. I'm going to try to get the other ones too. Now that I've opened them and know that like the functions still work for the most part, I might pick up the other three. But let me know what you think. Do you like these? Is this something you have in your collection, or is it something that would interest you? Because these are so obscure and funny. I don't know. I like them. To me, I like more unique stuff. So the more like interesting pieces I can have in my collection, the better. Like the the rental car that has like the voice in it, the camera AMG truck, like the camera truck. These, I love stuff like that because not everyone has it, and they're just so much more unique than just a standard car. So that was cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of going back and forth, a lot of like dirt and stuff, but these are pretty interesting. I like them. So let me know what you think of these in the comments. Which one was your favorite, if you remember the show. If not, if you're going to check the show out, because I think they actually started a new version back in 2021 with Jesse James. But I haven't seen it. I don't know how good it's doing or if it even still is on TV. Oh, we forgot this one. We got to open this one too. Okay. But still, let me know all those things down in the comments. Oh, there's the price of that one. I think I paid $6 for that one then. All right. Can't forget this one. Man, I got so pumped up about the bus, I forgot this one. All right, like, look at the card art. I don't understand why it has a chicken right there. Age 8 1/4. I don't know. The card art is really odd on this one. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see here. Oh, let me cut this other side too. This is one, I had seen the Monster Garage ones before, but this particular casting I had never seen before the Toei show I picked it up at. It just kind of stuck out, and since I was getting the other ones, I was like, I'm gonna try to buy that. I don't know what it's about yet. So, all right, let's see. Is that a West Coast Chopper sticker? Oh, I don't think it is. I think it's just like a logo. That's kind of hardcore though. Okay, I'll put that over here. All right, let me put this down real quick and check the card out. Man, this card is super thick. It's really nice. Like, look at all the... It's like got foil on it. Very high quality card. Like, that almost looks like a collectible piece to me. Very nice. Okay. Right, let's check this out. Skunk Works Gun Truck. Hummer H1 Gorilla LP. I don't know that brand. Look at how detailed the suspension is on this. Man, that is crazy detailed. Does it move? I don't think it does, but it's very detailed. It even has the transmission coming out. Like the four-wheel drive to the diff. That looks awesome. And it has a screw base, so you can take it apart and get a closer look. Look at these little rubber antennas on the end. That's awesome. I think, is that a wheelie bar? Or that might be actually a loading ramp, would be my guess. But look at that monster engine in that thing. It's got the rear mount radiator. It's got the little fuel. What? Okay. Do these open up? No, this thing is wild. Skunk Works, that's awesome. Oh, it's got clear headlights like the Maceo cars. Look at that suspension. Man, this is pretty cool. The seats are cool. They look like almost seats out of a World War bomber. Like they have that kind of like aircraft seatbelt style to them, like 5-point harnesses, but they're like the older style. Man, this is cool. The tampos, better tampos than we're getting now. It's got the big tack on the dash. Man, so much detail on this. I love how they actually put the seatbelts around the roll bar. It's a small detail. It's not done super well. Like you can kind of see the paint isn't the best. But the fact they did that is they put a lot of attention to detail on this. Man, that engine is awesome. That is so cool. So that might actually, this might be a wheelie bar if it's a like a mid or rear engine there. But this thing is really, really cool. Does this open? I don't think it does. So this doesn't have really any moving parts besides the little antenna. And it's cool that these haven't like become hard and like they're still malleable. They're so pliable. That is a cool casting. I don't know too much about this truck in real life, what they actually did with it, but this is killer. Like as a release, this is amazing. To me, this gives like 100% Hot Wheel vibes of that level of detail in the suspension, the wheels, the engine. Like this is a nice casting. So I will definitely have to check out and see what else they have in this line. And I also don't know what Vanilla Gorilla is. I don't know that brand. Let me see. Where's the card? I'm not familiar with that at all. MGA, Made in China Vanilla Gorilla. I don't know. It's really, really cool though. Nice. Okay, so now that we've unboxed all of them, let me know what you think. This one is definitely up there in terms of detail. I really like this because the taillights too, look at that. Clear glass or like, it's plastic for those. I can't see what that says, but this is really nice. Yeah, let me know what you think of these. Let's roll it. Let's give it a little final roll. Ooh, rolls nicely as well. Man, these are awesome. I'm definitely going to have to check out more from this line because I'm pretty impressed with these overall. These two, this one, I think just the age of the plastic got to that one. But this one, the design is awesome on this. So let me know which ones are your favorite or your favorite out of the three. I still have to go with the bus probably because it is amazing. Super heavy. This one, I think this is metal, but the rest of it's basically plastic. Yeah, this all is metal, and then the rest of it's plastic. Plastic chassis. These are all plastic chassis cars, I think, is what I said, right? Yeah. So, yeah, let me know what you think of these in the comments. I'll be interested in hearing your thoughts on these. And then look out for more throwback posts. I'm going to be doing one every Thursday now. I'm making it a regular thing since I have so much old school stuff I need to open. And these are so cool. They're just so unique, and I really enjoy it. So, like and subscribe as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.